What's up, everybody? Y'all, we got another truck add-on we're gonna do. The work never stops. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. What's up, everybody? How's it going, y'all? Terrestrial Trucker here. We are back with another working on my truck video. It's been a long process working on this. I had cabinets up in here that went just right along the little edge, and they were only 12-inch cabinets that went around the edge, you know, come up there. We have changed that. That is no longer there. Now we have finished this upgrade. I did all this work myself. I got 3/4 inch plywood. I cut it 12 inches here, and that has it. We've got a handle. I got material from Walmart. I got 1-inch foam padding, made all this with padding, tacks, perfectly measured all this out. Got these on 6 daggone door hinges, so it's plenty sturdy for flipping this down. We've got a thing up here, a lock. Woohoo! Let's show you here. Now, part of my light here, I still got to work on all this stuff, but we added plenty of storage up here now. I mean, a lot more. All this stuff was everywhere. Bins for, shoot, all that's just socks, more socks, or long pants, shorts, socks, nothing but underwear, jeans galore. I got a pair of shoes, but I got several more. This is just some of the stuff we're getting out the way. But now that I've got this here, once I go home, I'm going to downsize everything. I might start getting some air fryers and some cookers. Now I've got a platform here that I can set the stuff on. Now this is what my goal is to do. Since I did all this, lock this back up, I'm thinking of putting a 110 outlet right here, because when I have this down, I can stick my little air fryer, cookers, whatever here, and then I'll actually just plug it right in, because, you know, this will lay right here. So I mean, just plug in right here. So that's one thing I'm looking at. Now also, the other addition I've got to do, as y'all can see, we have all this torn apart. Here's the 110 outlet line that I've got right now. I've got it plugged in right here. I've got it run underneath the bunk, running through there. It's run up through the ceiling, which goes to that light up there. Then we've got it on this light right here. But, you know, I don't want to have to keep worrying about climbing up here. So I'm actually going to put a light switch right here, so I can mount them on the inside of my closed cabinet. One down there is going to, you know, it's going to stick out a little bit, or inside. The one up here won't be in the way of anything, because here we are. We've got a light switch. We got an electrical outlet box. So this electrical outlet box, we'll mount it up in here. Of course, it's a remodel, so when you flip in and you screw it, it just tightens up against the back. So this will come up and will be about right there. So hey, it won't be in the way of anything. So that'll work. Then of course the other one will be, you know, down here for a light switch. So then I can just, laying in bed, just reach up my sound machine. Which, yeah, I may plug my sound machine up here too. I can plug my sound machine up there instead of having it run all the way down and then it runs over to right there. I'll just go ahead and plug it up there too. And then I can wrap the cord and then push the cord back up in here. So these are some of the remodels of things that I'm going to do. But we've got all of our stuff mounted. So we got our sign. We've got my TV. So got my 43-inch TV. As y'all can see, hey, I like cartoons. You know, I got Spot with the Good Dinosaur. We got a possum. We got my Baby Yoda, because I've got I swap out between Yoda and Good Dinosaur bed sheets and comforter set and all that. So, you know, hey, I'm a kid. Anyway, y'all, let's get started on this build and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm sorry about this, but I actually lost all sound. I have no idea where my sound went. for these next couple clips, but we just gonna end up doing a voiceover. So we've got our section right here. As you can see, we got the box up here. We got it upside down, or flip it around. That way you can mark the outer layers. You can get the points. Take a black magic marker. We'll scroll down. We'll hit on all four corners. Once we hit all four corners, then we can actually take an oscillating saw, and then we can actually pull every bit of that out. Cut it, rip it out, and then we can pull that box in and stick that box inside. So as you can see, we've got all four sides marked. Easy to get around. It's up out of the way. We're also going to put this other one down at the bottom down here. Not really sure exactly where I want to put it. Trying to decide, do I stick it over underneath the sound machine? I need to prop the sound machine up a little bit, I guess. I do like the sound machine by my head. That way it's right there for more noise, I guess you can say, to drown everything out. But right there, the switch just looks too conglomerated with it being right there. I don't really want it up there. Don't want it over there. So more than likely, we're just going to raise the sound machine up. Raise up a little bit higher, and then we're going to put the switch down there so it's nice and low, because I can always reach in the bed, reach up, turn it on. I can swivel that around, get the different tones on it. As you can see, hey, we're still playing with the idea, like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. I ain't feeling it being up there, because if I ever do go move the sound machine, or I go to sell the truck or whatever, don't know why I would do it, but you want it more cosmetic. Now, if it's right there at the front, now if you open up the cabinet door, you're going to see it's right there in the way. I prefer it not to be right there in the way, if you know what I mean. It's just, to me, it's just not going to be feasible to stick it right there. So now what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to make sure I stick it back there. Plus, because when you put it there in the very back right there, you're going to run your wires all the way up the whole daggone backside. So the wires will come in from underneath. It's going to come up from the top switch. It's going to be right there. It just runs right up the back wall, runs right down. It's going to run down through the back there, going down. So it's just going to be a lot cleaner cosmetic look. A lot better than, where it would be if it was up at the front. So just like on the top box, you mark your four sides. I'm hoping and praying it's level, because, I didn't actually put a level on it. Sometimes I actually put levels on things. This time I did not. I just kind of spitballed it because it is going to be in the very back, kind of out of the way. But normally I do put a level on, especially stuff at the house. I'll put a level on everything at the house when I go do stuff.
So deep in the night, headlights flash against the wall. I show you where it's dark. You swear you'll be brave. You're straight from the light, and I'm a creature of the night. Let's start a revolution.
as you can see, we finally got her all put back together. We've got the clothes back in the closet. We've got our outlet covers and everything on. We got our sound machine mounted back. Now for the moment of truth, y'all. Still got tools everywhere, but you know, we got her all mounted up. So now it is time to give this bad boy a thing and see what we got. Okay, here we go. Light switch, drum roll please. Bim meow. So we got the lights up there. We got that one there, and they're all on this nice switch. Got our sound machine working. And I did add something else, y'all. Because the refrigerator, while I had that all pulled out, because remember I had the refrigerator pulled out so I can run the wires. Because there's the electrical wires there running through the cabinet. I actually got a fan from Walmart here. Now you can see it right there because so much heat builds up through there. So I wanted to be able to draw that hot air out. So of course they'll pull it in here, which is fine because I've got the AC usually on right here. So any hot air will come up, hit this and trigger cold air even more. But that's actually on a USB charger. So it's on that USB. I was gonna have it aiming on the inside and facing that way, but I'm like, okay, well if I ever cut the power to the USB, like when I'm go home on time off, then, you know, I can't turn it back on because there's a little power switch right. So I got it bolted, mounted on the inside, the little switch right here. And it's 3 levels, so it's tied in the USB, keeps it charged, it stays on. And if I don't want to hear it, which is not really that loud, all I have to do is stick my finger in here and I can turn it on and off. So that helps pull that hot air out. So it helps keep the refrigerator a little bit cooler because, you know, your coils and everything on the inside of the fridge and your, you know, heat sinks back there. Well, if it's in a hot room, then it's going to, of course, it's going to keep it warmer. So we've got that set. So now that's another thing that is taken care of. So we've got all the electrical run. We've got that. Now I will take and I'm going to add one more electrical line from this light, bring it over to here, and I'm going to put another one of these lights because I've got it right here. So I'm going to tap in. I'm going to cut the wire, splice into it so that it's long enough because it only gives you this little itty bit of a jumper cable. This jumper cable, of course, is only going to go to here. That's not going to reach all the way across. So we'll splice into this. We'll add more cable to it. Wing nut it all up. Electrical tape it all up good. And then run it all the way to here. So then we'll have even more light. So, and it'll be on this freaking switch. So when I'm laying in freaking bed, by gosh, if I want some light, I can turn some freaking light on. So anyway, y'all, that's my story for the day. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. It's late. I'm hungry. I want something to eat. So yeah, and then there's that. Did get me a George Foreman fryer. I'm gonna try to start cooking a little more, so here's that. I was thinking possibly tomorrow maybe go get some chicken tenders and some fries and try cooking it and see just how well that sucker works. But hey, that's all good. I tested it a minute ago. I stuck it up on here, plugged it in there. Now with the APU only, it did drop me down to like 11.7 volts, but it didn't shut down the power inverter. So I'm thinking, you know, and I did notice it was drawing like 1400 watts when I swapped it over on the LEDs to see just what it was pulling. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'll work on that. I'll slowly and surely get that, you know, maybe a stronger power inverter. get that swapped out and get a real good one, just in case it wants to overload. So I mean, I do have a lot of electronics in this truck. I mean, laser printer and everything else. So, but hey, I'll just run the truck whenever I'm cooking. I'll just idle the truck while I'm cooking. That way it's not a strain on the APU's alternator. So we'll just idle the truck, we'll cook, and then once we're done, then we'll shut off. Because it only takes like 8 minutes, it says, for freaking chicken tenders and fries. So hey, that's all good, man. So anyway, y'all, well, everybody has a good, safe, blessed day, and we will see y'all in the next video, y'all. Whew, I'm tired. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just